Completed side quest, fire break. Oh, and that texture just popped right in there. The Forge of Winter. Cauldron Epsilon, alright. Do ourselves a cauldron.
There we go.
I guess we'll follow the path around the side here.
This way.
Very hot in here. It went from freezing our butts off to probably being very, very hot, especially with all the extra layers. And it has been ages since I've done a cauldron, so this is gonna go well, I imagine. Steps over here. I don't think I can get up to, though. No, I think they want me to somehow climb this. I'm not quite sure how. Or go through center. Okay. That might be a thing, too. Through the purple bowels of the machine. The corrupted machine. And yeah, we got more of those grab onto these boxes as they slide along in the air, right? Probably. Yeah, they definitely got handles on them. Of Airtech and array across the antechamber.
I'm with you, brother. We will stay only as long as we have to.
There is
Past that fence.
a watcher down
Stay
there.
here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
I'll attempt to take him out.
How are you gonna get past that flame?
Yeah, you're not gonna fire on me. Alright, so that's the flame we have to cross. Yeah, because we gotta jump on these things as they go by, and there's also a crate over there. So how best to do this? I guess I just drop down and try to get over on. Yeah, it looks like there's handholds there.
We'll wait for you to show us the way.
Yeah, shush already. Looks like there's handholds over there, but one of them is corrupted, which is gonna probably cause some damage, I imagine. Let's go grab what we can here. Alright, up we go.
Close the fence from here. I'll have to go over.
Yeah, I get that, but how do you go? Do I have to just jump it up? Jump up there? Okay, that's not working. Not working at all. How do I get up onto this platform then? I definitely have to get onto those things that are moving. Means I gotta get up onto this platform. I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to do that. So I can glitch my way up there, which I might be able to do. Okay, that's
If I can't find something, maybe my focus can.
geothermal stabilization valve. Ruptured. Oh, what is that? Oh, so I can hit the valve and that will just hit the valve and make it better, make it go. If I just shoot this, what happens? Nothing. Okay. Oh, is there a... There's not a further down point, is there? There is a further down point. I don't know if I'm supposed to go down there or not. Doesn't feel like a place I'm supposed to go down to. Is there something I can hit here that will relieve the pressure? What about that? Can I just shoot it? Oh. Really? All I had to do was just shoot it? Okay. Yeah, and then come over here, and then... Oh, frick's sake. Come on. Come on now. That's a little bit ridiculous. It's already kind of broken, this little mechanic here, but then throw something in there that makes it even more broken. It's... Oh, yeah, see... Like, I can't stop her from moving over there. Trying to stop her from moving all the way over. Let's do that. There. Wait for that to stop sparking. Now move. Alright, now drop down. Okay. Search the supply crates. We got that. Now we gotta get on one of these things. I am not a fan of.
Oh, she's in the air.
And we'll... Now to shut off that vent. Okay, I see. Because this has to take us all the way, really? So how do I shut that one off? Pressure valve has... Oh, we gotta go on one of these spinny things, don't we?
I wonder if my focus can pick anything up.
We'll wait for you.
We gotta go on one of these spinny things. These are... I hate these. I hate these things. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. There's a thing over there to... Nope, nope. Ah, come on. Ah. This is why I hate these things, because they're really freaking broken. Come on, Aloy, just jump over there. There you go. There you go. God, I hate these damn things. I really do. Alright, now we can override this.
See what this does.
Override that. Cool. Now they can walk right through there. That's good. That's very good. And now what?
Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge.
So what, I gotta backtrack and jump on one of these things again, probably? That's what it looks like. That is what it looks like. Alright, let's go for a ride again. Oh wow, there's a freaking shell walker here. Where the hell did this guy come from? Where did this guy come from? I have no idea where I've hidden that, but I am knocking him down. One way or the other. I don't know where I've ended up. I ended up somewhere where he couldn't get to me. Okay. Fun times here. I didn't even see that shell walker over there. They didn't even warn me that he was there or anything. Ugh. Yeah, back up this thing again. Back up this nonsense. I'd like to know what game designer thought, yeah, let's put more of this crap in there, because it's really the best part of the game, right? That, and then that, and drop down, and then jump on this damn thing. Go. Drop down back on the other side. I can't use my focus while I'm up here.
Okay, let's get them across.
Okay. Now then, where have I ended up? Oh, right here. Very good.
Come on over, it's safe. I think.
There we go. And now what? Oh, very nice. Okay. You answered my question.
This place looks more like the mountain used to be before the demon ruined it.
More medicinal stuff. And another thing to override.
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation
Hephaestus.
as
Yep.
Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hostile recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to this.
The spirit speaks to us.
It's a recording. Hephaestus. It was part of Silver Dawn, part of Gaia.
This name is familiar to you?
Yes. I don't know what's different here.
Barely hear her too as she's saying this.
If it left more messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's get moving.
I thought about just shutting it down, but I can't risk it being disoriented, even damaged on reboot. How do you tell the emotional fallout to the child that she will need to go into a coma, maybe for years? And what exactly is she going to wake up to?
Okay. Nice little side passage here. So they were going to so they shut her down so that she would survive the onslaught of the machines, I guess.
Machines.
Frost claws. Oh no, we're not going to have to go
Try
up
to find a way through.
against an entire army of frost claws, are we? I would rather not. I would rather not go through an entire army of them. But we got a bunch of shell walkers. Great. And we've got some scorchers. Fantastic, and there's a door that we gotta go through. And we definitely have to go do all this. And I can't override them either. Is that also a scorcher? Yep, it is. He is being very curious, it looks like. And then we got some watchers over there. Will complicate things once they get my scent.
More than equipped to take you on.
Yep. Alright, well, I'm down here now. This is great. This is awesome. I should just let them take on the enemies for a little bit. Wow, I am not doing any damage with that, am I? Alright, let's get our... Whoops, that's not what I want to do. I want to get my other thing on here. Let's get... I don't have it equipped anymore, do I? Oh yeah, I do. Storm bolts. Here we go. Let's start using some of these. These actually work rather well. Unfortunately, they also seem to damage my shield. Okay, okay. Oh, I certainly got their attention, don't I? Let's get this arrow back. Alright. It's hard to keep the camera where I need it. Yep, these guys. And then there's these guys who like to just be able to jump all over the place. Not any consequence. Yeah. There we go, he's down. Finally. Level 58. It's a hell of a time to, oh, sorry. You're in the wrong, you're in my way. Stop being in my way. Come on. He dropped a thing here. Should be very useful. Let me see if I can get over to it. Come on, give me this. Give me this weapon you dropped. I saw you drop it. Oh yeah. Here we go. You want to launch some lines at somebody? Here. Have these mines, you bastards. Alright. Of course, now I got a mine launcher and nothing to use it on. So we'll have to drop that for now. Cool. Help your allies cross the production area. I'm only trying to do that. I think we've cleared everything out. I think I pissed off all the machines and got them to come after us. So that certainly worked. Plan is working, if you can call it a plan. Is that something I need to tap into? Maybe? Yep. Okay, so that leads us over to there. Which is... oh, and I gotta do one of these spinny things again. Is there like any kind of loot or anything over here? No? Alright. Spinny thing it is. Jump up here. Get on to the spinny thing. Alright. Wait for it to come around. And hopefully be able to get down onto the other one. There you go. There you go. And... nope. Over this way, Ellie. There you go. There you go. And back down again. My medicine pouch is full. Well, that's a nice change of pace. Right. Okay. Wait for it to close. And then jump over there while that's open. And wait for this to close. Are you supposed to go down there for something? Doesn't look like it. That's just if you... I think that's just if you fell down. You gotta grab this when it extends. I do hear a machine. I'm wondering if it wants me to kill whatever machine I'm hearing. If that's actually a machine that I'm hearing. Let's see. The one down around here. No, I don't see one. What is that? Network uplink. Oh, there's a network uplink over there. I wonder if I missed that one. I'm supposed to hit that one. Maybe that's what's going on. Right. It says there's a network uplink over here. Yeah, right there. I bet that's what I missed, maybe. Oh, well, that's a thing that happened. Maybe that'll reset it. Where is this going to put me now? Hopefully not too far away. Yeah, let's just see if this gets it out of its funk. Doing it again maybe gets it out of its funk. Let's see. Oh, see, yeah, now they're right there. They were stuck up there before, so now they're right there. So now this will probably work. I should have just did that in the first place. Should have just threw myself in the lava.
Warriors will have a lot easier time getting here.
Alright, you guys gonna come over now? Yeah, you did. Okay. Broken scripts. Just love them broken scripts. Alright. At least we can get through here now. Cool. 3-hour tour later.
This looks like the old path. Close now.
Last goodbye.
Last exchange via chat attached to this entry in case anyone ever finds this. I'll never see her again. Neither will Cyan. I've got to tell her that too.
Okay. Oh, another one. One looks like a text one. Blast from the past. To Joshua Hardui from Isla Perry. Blast from the past. Josh, sweetie, I hope all is fine with you and your mum. We really should keep a better touch. I've taken a post in New Zealand with that program they've got for young people returning to the country. They want to be absolutely certain it's safe. At the moment, I'm making a survey of the caldera at Taupo. Blast from the past, indeed. At any rate, I don't know if you already saw in the Wyoming news, Hollow, but remember that fellow Dodd Blevins? Of course you do. Well, they finally found what became of him. I've copied the good bit below. Hugs and snogs. Spring thaw reveals body of missing man. The retreat of the winter snows has brought closure to a missing person case that went unsolved for nearly 15 years. Human remains identified as those of Dodger Dodd Blevins, who disappeared in 2046, were located at Purple Mountain inside the former Yellowstone National Park. The previously undiscovered body emerged on Purple Mountain as a result of meltwater flows after an unusually warm winter. It was discovered by Faro servitors conducting a survey of the terrain. Authorities believe that the cause of death was an accident involving an antique vehicle designed for winter travel. And then it's corrupted. Okay. Oh, was that the guy from the main area who went bombing around in his car? The Blevins guy. They're like, oh yeah, he's out driving his ancient car around in the snow. I hear a lot of words being said here. What is that? Is that something over there? Looks like one of those corruptors from the main quest. Activate the source node.
The altar. Desecrated.
Oh, we got a thing here. Cyan access. This might be important. As acting Chief Digital Security Officer and Interim AI Administrator for the Firebreak Project, I hereby state to have updated the orbicular pattern for the Cyan Regulatory AI on 17th of September 2064 according to procedure to ensure against tampering, meddling, disarranging, or outlandish mischief of any kind. Such as with previous updates, after the source node has been activated, the remaining data nodes must be pathed to establish a flow between adjacent intact nodes, then connect back to the source node. Okay, so it's another one of these puzzle things. Okay. That's fine. I don't mind. Hey, if the ending of this is a puzzle thing, I'm actually okay with that. I've had my share of attacking things right now, but I'm sure they're going to give me another battle or something here.
Is a spirit present, or only the demon?
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
All right, source node override. Okay, restore cyan. So let's see. Red is bad. Everything else is good. Let's turn new counterclock. Yeah. Well, we'll turn you this way for right now. All right. We have to do this while we're battling things because that's going to be a big problem. First of all, let's make sure that we don't have anything that points at that thing. Let's do that. And oh yeah, there's like movement and stuff. That's not good. I don't. So this can't go that way. So this has to go this other way. Oops, that's not where I want it. This has to go. No, it can't go that way. It's got to go like that. somehow. We gotta hit all these nodes. Which puts him up that way, which is not ideal. This is the only way that this thing can go. So this has got to go around this way. Like that. That's probably the final node. Maybe? So if I turn it this way, it'll go up here, it'll go down there, go around here, up there, over here, up there, this way, and back. But these guys don't get hit, do they? Let me retrace it again. It goes that way, that way. Oh, this is not going to go anywhere because it's not even facing the right way. This can only go this way. There's no other lines there. Which means that can't go that way. That's got to go... It's only got one way I can go. So that's got to go that way. And this one's got to turn around and go this way and then back that way. Okay. Let's trace this again. So this one sends it off to here, sends it off to here, sends it off to here, and then back to here, back to here, over to here, up to there, over to there, up to there, over there, over there, and then back to this thing. Okay, I think we hit all the nodes, I believe. So let's turn this that way. Bam! Alright. I don't mind those puzzles. They're nice.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the blue light. It's Aurea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raise the signal strength. One has been exposed, but I am incorporating.
One exposed, huh? So I gotta destroy the core. She says one of them is exposed, but I guess I'm gonna have to expose the other ones.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
Yeah, it is.
What will happen to the spirit if we do?
She's already gone, lady.
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Alright, to battle it is. This seems like a really
Keep moving towards the core.
bad idea. Really horribly bad idea. It's what this seems like.
Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
Oh, is it basically the larger version of the towers that I've been taking down up to this point? Because that's the disruption thing, right? I wonder...
I either need to destroy this thing or override it.
Or override it. Overriding it would be nice, but I have a feeling that destroying it's probably going to be the thing I'm going to have to do. Let's get our... I wonder if I can destroy it from all the way over here. Can I, like, hit that? Is that something that is sensitive? No, I don't think I'm not close enough yet to do that. So how do I get over there? The big problem in here is I don't know how to get over there. Oh, is that the way over there? Is there like a little path along the side here? Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it. Or not. Or not. Okay. Okay, I'm in a bad place here. I'm in a very bad place here. That did not work at all. That would be a really great outcropping to be on, though, wouldn't it? I could just get, like, at the last minute, if I could just jump properly, I would be able to make it up there. Or if I could do this, if I could jump on this thing, like I have been doing, I could maybe that to let me... Is it just that I'm supposed to drop down onto that and then find a way up? I mean... I guess maybe we're supposed to go down here. Oh, there's a tunnel here? Really? Really? Destroy or override the core. Oh, there's the core over there. Like, how would I even go about overriding it? Because I can't, like, just waltz in there, right? Oh, there's one on the outside. I see. It's on the outside of this thing. There's no enemies over here, though. That's a bit weird. You know, as soon as I override this thing, there's going to be nothing but enemies crawling up my ass here. Yeah, this is a bit weird. There's no enemies here. Yeah, that's not going to be that easy. Oh, definitely not. Oh yeah, this is... Oh, so much fun here. We got a frost claw.
A new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be
Demonic frost claw. Let's get our stuff here and... Oh yeah, this guy's going to be a pain. He's going to be a real pain. Whoa, 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 there. Let's actually switch over to this and see if I can do some damage with it. I don't think it's going to really damage this guy that much, but might help a little bit. Okay, roll out of the way and run, Aloy. Somehow we're having much better luck this time. Well, I don't want to jinx it. Let them stand in my way there. Walk between them, I think, is it seems they throw him off when you walk between your NPCs. Alright, we need to switch to some more powerful stuff here, I think. Oh, nice! Threw him for a loop there. Oh, he's throwing stuff. He's throwing stuff. He's angry. He's very, very angry. He's super angry. He's managing to swipe at me even though I'm totally 9,000 miles away from him. Keep rolling. Alright, this getting stuck on the scenery here. Not cool. Somehow I am missing with every arrow here. Somehow I am just missing with every arrow.
Another tower! Stop it from repairing the beast!
What? Another tower? Come on. Come on now. Override this bastard. There we go. Overridden. Nice, and it's damaged him. Oh yeah, all the hits. All the hits. Oh, he's on fire now. This is good. This is good stuff. I need to do this. He's gonna run right at me. No matter what I do. Run, Aloy, run. Okay, oh, okay, that's... Again, balls, I say. Let's get away from him. Come on. It's like I'm 20 feet away from him and he's still managing to hit me. There is no dodging him. There he goes. Now he's knocked down. Yeah, we need a little bit more ammo. Just a little bit more. Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. Where? Where a tower? Where? Oh, right here? Okay, let's stop this thing. Stop this crazy thing. Come on. Come on. There we go. Control post overridden. Cool, that knocks him down. Try and get some shots in here if I can find the sweet spot. Where the heck? I'm hitting it, but it's not really registering big shots. Alright, run this way. Help me! Help! Save me! Alright, run this way. Run towards her. Araya! Cover me, please. There we go, now we've exposed some more of it. Keep hitting that sensitive spot. Oh, good God, he's coming. Run, Aloy, run, Jesus. I'm pressing the button, for Christ's sake. Run, goddammit. Oh, he's down. He's down. A little bit. Yeah! Be on fire, you bastards! How you like that? Oh, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it too much. He doesn't like it too much. He's coming. Save me! Save me! Save me! Oh, Jesus! Come on! He's still on fire too. Oh, he's bum rushing me. He's throwing rocks at me. He's still on fire though. He's still on fire. He's still taking damage. Looks like he's permanently on fire. That's fantastic. Okay, roll out of the way. Oh, we got him. We got him. Whew. Jesus Christmas. Okay. That was a thing. Second time was the charm there. I am going to collect all this stuff because I know as soon as I touch that cauldron, it's going to probably take me away from here.
The tower. What must be done with it?
You guys are just going to have to hold your horses. I am getting all my stuff that I need. Where is that guy at? I want his hide. Oh, hit the wrong button. Finger slipped. Oh, there were scrappers here? That just goes to show you how little I was paying attention to that.
Whatever you're going to do to that tower.
Shush! I am doing it on my own time. You're gonna not give me gruff about it. Corruption coil, fireclaw hearts. Alright, well, I don't really need much of that. It's nice that it's there though. But I am all full up. Also, there's another crate over here. How about them apples? Get what we can out of it. We can out of this. Alright. I think I grab everybody pretty much. Have all those metal shards to make up for all the ones that I've spent trying to do those challenges. Shards. Shards. Alright. Override.
Please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility.
Oh, so
In
we should
order
probably
to
leave,
maintain
right?
Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go.
Or grab your staff, Aloy, because that's very powerful.
Let's go.
Oh, we gotta run, huh? Great. Just great. Alright. Let's get out of this place. I had a feeling they were gonna make me run.
One of those?
It's the only way.
He's not gonna make it. Oh, he made it. We know how to blow them up good, don't we? Oh, that's gonna... Ooh. Oof. Oh, we're not gonna do a quick time event, are we? I hope not. This game has not had any quick time events as far as I remember.
Get me up top, Aratak. Now. I need explosive ammo. Above, quick.
Oh no. So I have to do something, don't I?
Great Banukai.
Okay. I didn't have to do anything. That's fine. A little bit of an avalanche. Well, they said we weren't going to get back down very easily, did they? And then she made snow angels. And they were glorious.
Aurea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the shaman's path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Yeah, return to Araya's retreat. We shall do these things. Where did this actually put me at? I'm kind of curious. Oh, okay, right up on this little overlook. Interesting. Okay. Fire break, battery facility, long notch. So luckily there is a campfire like right over there by Araya's retreat. Actually, I could probably just go right to Araya's retreat, right? Oh, can't fast travel there. But I can go to the campfire, right? This is why why belabor it any longer than we need to here. Okay. We still have our staff, right? Yeah, we do. Yeah, I was gonna say. Went through a lot of trouble to get that improved Storm Slinger. Don't want to lose it. Alright. Think we could just go walk up through the front door. Everything will be good, hopefully. Very, very quiet.
All of my interactions with Araya were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Talk to Aratak, talk to Cyan. Let me talk to Aratak first. So it actually has him on here as number 1. Well, okay. Well, yeah, let me talk to Aratak first. And I'll talk to Cyan, because he's got him as, like, the number 1 thing to do.
I think there's frost between my teeth.
Let's also do a quick save here. It's been a while.
My chieftain,
Just Aloy.
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her.
I don't know what's going on with his
I grieve
beard,
for her passing.
but it's freaky.
At last, I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long, she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now, I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Time to talk to Cyan. Should be interesting.
Okay. So then I guess this permanently introduces fire claws to the game then. That's interesting. Well, those are a pain in the neck to deal with. Alright, Cyan, you got some splaining to do.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Araya's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Araya's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Araya who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleague, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes, I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
This is interesting because it's giving me choices now because it knows that I finished the game at one point in time. Because otherwise I wouldn't know about Gaia destroying herself and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. I like that they changed it so that for those of us who've already finished the game at some point.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh's servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
Yeah. They certainly did have colorful vocabulary, didn't they?
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Yeah, he was a bit of a voyeur, apparently.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
So, that thing that we found that said that they reevaluated her and evaluated her at 0.54 or whatever, and her first evaluation was 0.61. Apparently, that spooked the programmers that she was at 0.61 because they didn't want the regulators to realize that they had exceeded the limit, so they dumbed her down for the test. They pulled a what was the car? Volkswagen, not Volkswagen, was it Volkswagen? VW? That pulled the whole emission testing thing that was like, you can't, cars tested better under emissions tests than they actually were in real life. So they did that thing to the AI to trick them. Huh. Interesting. All right, does she know about Ted Farrow?
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
Yep. That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor? But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So, there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced, and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while, at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
Cool. Very cool. Alright, well I've grilled you enough. 20 questions here.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Use your judgment.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Araya. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can.
When you wake.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here. I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information? I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time. Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval? No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first. Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone. I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep. Wake up. And protect whoever's left. Will you try? I understand, Dr. Chow. And I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities. Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud. I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow? Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
That's pretty good. I like that.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. His minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You can stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
We already know that Silence gets out of Dodge right after we defeat Hephaestus, or at least defeat part of him. And then he also... Hephaestus kind of leaves and then downloads himself into some kind of lantern that Silence is carrying, and then they walk off into the distance, walk off into the sunset, so there is room there for a second helping of this. But I enjoyed this DLC. This was really good. I liked it. It's good that it had some filler in there so that you could, like, if you were playing this during the main campaign, if you had both this and the DLC, you hadn't finished the main campaign, it fits in nicely. It doesn't give you any spoilers, but it allows you to come back later on and get some spoilers. Well, not spoilers, but get more information based on what you already know. And so that kind of helps it fit in not only with people playing the game, but also people who have already finished it like me and wanted to get more information about things. This was very nice. It was very nice indeed. I really enjoyed this. I really liked it a lot. There's still a lot of challenges left to do in the game here, and I'm only at level 58. The cap is level 60. And I assume I'll probably get very close to the cap once I do the hunting grounds and stuff. But I think we'll be done as far as any recordings are concerned or any kind of live streams are concerned. I think if I do that, I will do it on my own. Let's zoom out and show you the entire map here. You can see that's the final mission there, which I've already completed, but after you complete the game, it puts you back right before the final mission again. Most likely so that you could do DLC like this, like I've done. And then this is the new area that they've introduced. You can see I've seen all of it. Been everywhere, pretty much. There is a... What is this? What is this right here? Oh, that's one of the... that's one of the training things. So yeah, we still like training quests there, tutorial quests I mean, but not going to worry about that. Instead, I am just going to say thanks so much for watching, everybody. There's Cauldron Epsilon, Battery Firebreak. That was very good. That was very, very good. I liked it. Yeah, that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. And I will see you either in the next DLC or the next series. We'll see which one it is.